Hi, this is Sweet June coming back at you. How's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful day out. Coming up next, I have a video I just shot at our dead mall talking about Eddie Lambert, the guy that's over Sears Holdings. Well, he's trying to beat people out of their retirement. So I got that video uploading right now. That's going to be coming up next. So stay tuned. Check that one out. I want to Now, I don't really do reaction videos on here. I don't get into reaction videos um, unless it's something positive. But I'm not really big on doing the reaction videos. But I had to address this. I really had to address this situation with. I don't know if you guys caught my video yesterday of what I was talking about, Mommy Crissy moving, and I said I could feel what she going through because I pretty much when I moved in my house I pretty much did it by myself, and I hired some movers to get the heavy stuff, and then I hauled stuff back and forth in a blizzard in my car. So when I seen that triggered that memory, and I said, oh man, I feel her. I just didn't have 8 kids, but it was rough still nevertheless. And so looked at a couple other videos of people talking about, um, got the marinating on it, and then watched a couple of videos of people talking about her husband not being there to help her. And I was like, um, I watched Nia's video, Nia E. Guys, go over her channel, check her out. And I totally agreed 100% of what she was saying. And her name is Nia E. She's a new YouTuber on here. Check her out. Um, what my question is and I'm not one to gossip, but I just had to address it. Not trying to be all in her business or nothing like that, but I just had to address it. I mean, what my question is, what kind of man would now he knew when he hooked up with Strongmommy Crissy, she already had 6 kids from the gate. He knew that. She had 6 kids from the gate. Now, I know he got sense enough. Okay, if a guy meets a woman and a woman has already has 6 kids, now at that point he can make a decision. Do I want to continue to date this woman and she has 6 kids, or do I let her know that I can't, we can be friends, but that's about it, because I don't want a woman with 6 kids. Now he could have made that decision before he decided to marry her, but he still decided to go on and date her and proceed to go on and marry her, knowing that she already had 6 kids. Okay, now after they married, he gets her pregnant with 2 more children, and I think it was the Blaze. I'm crazy about Blaze. Blaze is my boy. He is such a cutie. Oh my God! Every time he comes on, I be like, I just want to love on that. Ooh, I love me some Blaze. He is so stinking cute. He's just adorable. Now all the other children are beautiful too, but boy, Blaze, that's my little buddy right there. I love me some Blaze. I just want to grab him through the TV. He's so stinking cute. He's so adorable. Anyway, not getting off subject. It's Blaze, and June. Is it Junebug? Blaze and Junebug is his 2 kids, and the one that she's carrying now is his child. Okay, so you finna have. My thought is you finna have 3 kids by this woman. Okay, and you married this woman. So she's not just some random woman that you met and you slept with and got pregnant. This is the mother of your 3 children, going to be 3 children, and that happens to be your wife. This is your wife. This is not just some random woman you slept with and got pregnant. And it still would be wrong. But for argument's sake, this is not a random woman. This is your wife. This is your wife that you stood before God and witnesses and took vows with. Okay, because when you get married, I got to put a spiritual twist on this. You know it. When you get married, you're making a covenant with not just with that person, but you're making a covenant with God. He stood before God and made a promise to not only her, but to God. Okay? That's serious. He promised to be there till death do you part. Isn't that what the vows say? Now, I've never been married, but I read the Bible, and I think it says that it's supposed to be till death do you part, right? That means if she dies or if he dies, not until I'm tired of you, not until, oh, you getting on my nerves, okay? I don't think the Bible, now let me go back and check my scriptures, but I don't think that's what the scriptures say. I don't think the scriptures say you can stay married until you get tired and then you can divorce. It says in the Bible, God hates a divorcing. He hates a divorcing. The only um, spiritual grounds for divorcing is adultery. She has spiritual grounds, but I don't know about him. I don't know the whole situation. I'm not going to pretend to know the whole situation, but all I can go by is what I see on her channel. And this young lady is moving all this stuff. She's pregnant. I'm concerned, as you guys, if you have guys hadn't checked out that video, I expressed how I was concerned about her doing that heavy lifting. Some of that stuff looked like it was pretty heavy, because I did a lot of heavy lifting when I was pregnant with both of my sons, and I after the day I had back problems, and because I was lifting working jobs and I was working and I was lifting stuff I ain't had no business lifting, and I think I have back problems, so I'm concerned about the baby. I'm concerned about her. Um, you know, she said that she already had some type of complication to where she might have to have a cesarean, and so here she's doing all this lifting and moving, and the babies, bless their little hearts, they helping her out. And her oldest son, he's been a blessing, and he's been helping her. And she said something about the moving guy offered to come back. She explained the situation to the moving guy, and because she couldn't afford to pay over $300 or whatever, so she explained the situation to the moving guy, and the moving guy was nice enough to say, he said, I'll come back. And he was nice enough to come back. I said, oh my God, thank God some man helped her. I said, thank God some man helped her. Some man helped her. This man is out of state, over to his mom's or another woman. I don't know. And your wife is pregnant, and she got gonna have three of your kids. She pregnant with the third baby. And my thought is, okay, well, if you really want to leave her, you really want to divorce her, he could have waited until she could have waited until the baby was, see her through the birth, be there for the birth of the baby, being that that's your baby anyway. Be there for the birth of the baby, and make sure that she's straight, make sure that baby's gonna be straight, and then after she come home and she's fine and baby got a clean bill of health, she got a clean bill of health, she's gonna be having a cesarean, so he could have stayed there to assist her, because you can't go up and down those stairs and nothing. I didn't have a cesarean, but I had to have one of my ovaries taken out, and I did. They had to cut my stomach in order to get in there, and so I had abdominal surgery before, and it's no joke. It's like you can't climb no stairs. You can't. I was a little hard headed. My doctor told me not to do anything, but I didn't have anybody to help. So I lived at the time. I lived on a ground floor apartment, so I didn't pick up my basket, and my little laundry room was right across from my apartment, so I just kind of kicked it to the laundry room, and my doctor got on me. He said, "You weren't even supposed to be doing that." And my doctor said he didn't want me to do nothing, but I said, "Well, what am I supposed to do? I'm a single mother, I have to do something." But I took it easy, nevertheless. The abdominal surgery is very serious, and you can't climb a lot. You can't be climbing stairs. You can't be doing no lifting and all that kind of stuff. And then when she comes home from that, she's gonna have to take it easy. Okay, and my thought is, who's she gonna have to help her? She's gonna have to, because her mother is sickly. Her mother is sickly. Her mother is limited in what she can do. Her mother can't hardly help her. She's sickly. And the babies, they can only do so much. Okay? So it's like, and her family, that they don't seem to have, they don't, her other family members don't seem to, she don't have no other family member support. I don't want to really go into that situation, but she don't seem to have any other family member support out there in Vegas where she's at. I almost wish I can get on the plane. If I had the, literally, if I had the time and the money, I don't have the time, nor do I probably could get the time off of work. I mean, my manager is pretty cool. She probably would give it to me. She probably let me go ahead and get it. Now don't quote me, but she seemed like she pretty cool if I explained the situation to her. Um, she probably would let me go ahead and get a week or two. You know, if I had the time, if I could afford to take 2 weeks off without pay, because I don't have my time, no time build up. If I could, if, hypothetically, if I could afford to do that, um, and if I had the money to go book a flight and go to Vegas and all that, if I had the money and the time to do that, I would do it. If God blessed me with $5,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 tomorrow, I swear I would be trying to get down there to help her if she would allow me to. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If she don't know me, but I wish I could jump on the plane and help that young lady. I really wish I could. If only I had the time and the money. There's another YouTuber on here. What she said, hang with, I think it's hang with your girl or something like that. Something like that. But she said the same thing, that she wish she could help her. And she's actually not far from Mommy Crissy. She said she's only 3 hours away. But I'm way up here in Michigan. So it would take me 4 hours or so to get down there. Yeah, it takes about 4 hours to fly across the country from here to Michigan. It's a little bit closer than California, so maybe 3.5 hours. I don't know. But it would literally, for me, it would be all the way across the country. But I tell you, I mean, if I had the time and the money, I hate to see that young lady going through that. It breaks my heart to see her going through that. That man, what kind of man would do that? What kind of man leaves his pregnant wife, knowing that she's pregnant? He knows she gotta have a cesarean. I mean, what kind of man would do that? Who does that? Who does that? Who leaves a woman while, and your wife more or less, while she's pregnant? Who does that? She was getting on your nerves that bad? I mean, it, that's heartless. I'm sorry, it's heartless. It's cold blooded. I ain't trying to get all in her business, but I just had to address it. I had to. I'm sorry. I just couldn't hold it in. I you know, Jehovah God is not pleased with him. He's not pleased with him at all. He wrong for that. You don't do your wife like that. That's your wife. That's not just some random woman you slept with and got happened to get pregnant. This is your wife. Okay? You took vows with her. You invested time with her. You even had two kids, but other kids by her. Okay? Really? Who does that? Who does that? What kind of man does that? I just feel so bad for Strongmommy Crissy, and I'm gonna continue to keep her. You guys, if you haven't checked out my video where I said a prayer for her, check that video out. I'm gonna continue to keep her and her family uplifted in my prayers, and it's just crazy. I had to. I don't normally do reaction videos, but I had to say something. I said, I'm sorry. I watched a couple of other ones yesterday. I was a couple other ladies talking about it. I was like, you know what? I gotta say something. Because I don't do, and if I do, it's something positive. Because I'm not messy on here like that. But I just I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand. He could have waited until after she had the baby, seen her through the delivery and everything. He should be there helping her move. He should be there every step of the way. I know he knew she was moving. He knew that. He should be there helping her move. He should be there to see her through that delivery, to make sure after the delivery, because she's gonna need a lot of help. She ain't gonna be able to do nothing. When she get a C-section, she it's not much she gonna be able to do. She's gonna have to literally hire somebody to come in and help her, because if she do too much, she can tear them stitches or staples or whatever they put on her in her stomach. She can tear those out. She could risk getting an infection. Anything can happen. It's like she can't do a whole lot. She literally cannot do a whole lot after a cesarean. That's major abdominal surgery. You can't do much of anything, and it takes literally 6 weeks. When I had my abdominal surgery, it took me 6 weeks to heal. I was off work for 6 weeks. It literally took me 6 weeks to heal from that. And my doctor was strict. He said, "Don't do nothing." And then when I went for my checkup, I told him I did a little laundry. He said, "I told you not to do nothing." And I didn't pick up the basket. I pushed it. I said, "Well, I don't have any help. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't have any help." And I didn't have any help, so it was me and my oldest son at the time. But it's major, and it's painful too. It's painful. It's like it hurts to laugh. You can't hardly walk. It's like it's painful. I mean, it's because they cutting through when they do that abdominal surgery. When they cut you, they cutting through all them muscles. They cutting through the fat. They cutting through your muscles. Them muscles has got to heal. Them muscles got to bond back up, and they got to heal. Okay, so it's painful, and it takes 6 weeks. It literally takes 6 weeks, and you can't do nothing too strenuous in that 6 weeks. And so I really, really wish I could come down and help her. Like I said, if I had the time and the money, I would hop on a plane, and I would be more than happy to help her. I would be more than happy to help Strong Mommy Crissy. I'm telling you, if the Lord blessed me with some money, I would. But I don't. Unfortunately, I don't have the time nor I have the money to go down and help her. But I wish I could, because I feel so bad for that young lady. I feel so bad that she has to do all that herself. I just really feel bad for her. It's sad. It's really sad. At the end of the day, you as a single mother, you got to do what you got to do. I had to do what I had to do. You know, but it's really sad that um, she that he did her like that. He wrong for that. He wrong for that. He wrong for that. I mean, who does that? Who does that? I'm sure he probably got another woman on the side, and his mother is enabling him. If that was my son, I have a son around his age. My oldest son is around his age. I would tell him to go back to your wife. She's pregnant. She's pregnant. She needs your support. She needs you to be there. I don't care. He going to talk about, well, mom. I don't care. That is your wife. You need to be there to help your wife right now. You need to man up. Okay. That's what I would tell my son. When I found out about my granddaughter, because I didn't find out about my granddaughter till my granddaughter was 3 years old or something like that. And ironically, believe it or not, I found out about her on Facebook. I said, man, you got to man up. He took the DNA. I said, he took the DNA and then found out my granddaughter was his. I said, it's time to man up now. You got to man up, because she didn't get pregnant. She didn't get that way by herself. So that's why I told my son. I always held my sons accountable. I wasn't the perfect mom, and I made a whole lot of mistakes. But one thing I did was I held them to the fire, and I held them accountable. And I told him, I said, you got to man up. And even now, my grandson's mom is expecting, but it's not his baby. Um, and I told her, things didn't work out with the young man, unfortunately. And I told him, I said, kind of be there for her. She needs your support, even though they're not together no more. I mean, I know that's a tall order. I know that's a tall order. But I mean, I just hate to see her going through that by herself. I just hate to see her going through the pregnancy by herself, because she's no longer with the man. So yeah, I even told him that, because that's your baby mama. Her emotional health is important, because if she doesn't have it together emotionally, then it's going to affect her being a mom to your son. Okay, it's going to affect her ability to be a mom to your son if she doesn't have it all together emotionally and stuff like that. So I told him yesterday, kind of support her, kind of be there for her, and everything. He's like, well, mom, it's not my baby. I said, I get that, but, that's what I told him. But, she got my grandbaby, so I got a vested interest in her because she got my grandson. You know what I mean? So I don't know how everybody else look at it, but that's the way I look at it. You know, but I would definitely, if that was my son, he's around my son's age. If that was my son, I would be like, you need to go back and be with your wife. Exactly. I don't play that. I don't play that. I said, you need to man. I'm telling him, you need to man up and go be with your wife. I don't care what the situation is. You know, mm-mm. You don't get the bail out on her, and she's going to have that baby. No, that's what I would tell my son. You know, and his mother, if she was any kind of a mother, I mean, I don't want to really put up. I don't know her, so I don't really want to be prejudging her like that. But it appears that allegedly, I'll say allegedly because I don't know for sure, but it appears that allegedly that his mother is enabling him, and that is not good. You gotta hold your sons accountable. You gotta hold them accountable. You gotta hold them to the fire. Especially when it comes to something like that. I mean, that's his wife. She needs him right now. She needs his support. And at the worst possible time, when it comes close to that baby being born, he decides to bail out. He wrong for that. I mean, what kind of man does that? I mean, I'm sorry. I had to address it. I'm not trying to be messy. You guys know I'm not messy on here or nothing like that. I said, I'm sorry. I got to say something about it. I said, but um, God is going to deal with him. I mean, I'm a pray for him too. I'm a pray for him too, because that's crazy. That's not cool. I mean, he took vows. He took vows. Those vows are very serious. Marital vows are very serious. Ain't nothing to be played around with. If he wanted to leave, he should have made sure he stayed with her during the moving process, stayed with her through the delivery, 6 weeks after delivery, made sure she was straight, made sure that baby was going to be straight. Then, if he wanted to bounce, then he could leave. It still would be wrong. It still would be wrong for him to leave, but um, at least make sure she's straight. Make sure she gonna be straight. Make sure that baby gonna be straight before you decide to bounce. You know what I mean? This is your child. It's like he doesn't even care. Are you serious? I'm not one to gossip. You guys know that, but let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that. If you watch that video of her moving, check out my video where I'm talking about, giving a little bit of my story, my moving experience. um, Check that video out, and go check out her video where she's talking about it. She seemed like she's doing all that heavy lifting. I'm just praying that her and the baby's gonna be fine. Check that video out, and let me know in the comment section what you guys think. What your take is on it. So I'm sorry, I just had to say something. I'm not trying to be messy. I'm not trying to get on here and gossip, but I just had to say something. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. I just hate to see strong mommy Crissy go through that. I hate to see. I don't like I said. I'm team mom. I'm team mom. I hate to see her. I wish I could help her. I really wish I could. Well, let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell, because every time I do a video, it'll pop up on your phone, your device, or whatever. So make sure you hit that. And make sure you check out that Sears video I did. I did that earlier. So make sure you check that. I think that's going to be, well, it's on my phone, so it's taking forever to upload. So Make sure you check that video out. Okay, so I got some more interesting video topics coming up. Stay tuned. Peace and love. This is Sweet June.